People keep asking me if this comet is an alien, and I'm quite sure that it's an alien comet. Let's investigate. Let's start with what we know about its orbit. You can see it down here in blue. Jupiter's orbit is in orange. You got Mars in red, the rest of the inner planets, and the sun, of course, is at the center. Immediately, you notice that all of the planets' orbits are very circular. They're not perfect circles. They are ellipses, but they have eccentricities that are close to zero because they are close to circular. An eccentricity that was 1 would represent an object with what's called a hyperbolic orbit, meaning that it is going to escape the gravity of the sun. Comet 3i Atlas has an eccentricity of 6. This would be unheard of for an object that originated in our solar system. Next, notice that from this perspective, all of the planets appear to be orbiting the sun counterclockwise. But you'll realize that this comet here is moving in what we call retrograde motion. It appears to be moving in the clockwise direction. Again, this is not what you would expect from an object that was originally in our solar system. All the planets move counterclockwise because our solar system, when it formed, had some initial angular momentum, and that has been conserved. This is just physics. That's strike 2. Strike 3, this thing is moving really fast, over 100,000 miles relative to the sun. However, nobody is confused by that. Scientists are not stunned by its relentless speed, I assure you. Consider driving on the highway at 70 miles per hour. And a car passes you by at 75 miles per hour. It doesn't look like that car is moving that fast because relative to you, they're only moving 5 miles per hour faster. Now compare that to walking next to a car that blows by at 70 miles per hour. That's terrifying. Now imagine you're back in your car moving 70 miles per hour north and a car moving the opposite direction, south, at exactly 70 miles per hour. From your perspective, it looks like they're moving at 140 miles per hour, which is very fast. That's just because velocity is relative. It's not weird that that comet is moving at 130,000 miles per hour. It's just more evidence that it came from somewhere else. Imagine an alien system with an alien Jupiter-like planet could easily eject a comet that got too close. And the escape velocity from that distance may only be 30 or 40,000 miles per hour from the perspective of that system. But if that system had some systemic velocity that was already moving in our direction, that comet, once it encounters the solar system, will appear from our vantage point to be moving much faster than it even was in its own system. That's 3 strikes already. Without a shadow of a doubt, this object clearly came from somewhere else. It is clearly an alien to our solar system. But can we prove that it is indeed a comet?